Welcome to Warda's podcast, your cozy space to learn English in a simple and fun way. Today we're going to talk about taking public transport like the bus, taxi, or tram, and we'll learn useful words and expressions through slow and clear English. So grab your headphones and let's start. Hi, my name is Saja, and today I want to tell you about how I use public transport. I live in a big town where there are many ways to get around. Some people drive cars, but I usually take the bus or a taxi. This morning, I wanted to go to the city center to buy a few things. So I woke up early, got dressed, and made sure I had some cash in my wallet. I took my phone and my bag, and then I walked to the bus stop near my house. When I arrived at the bus stop, there were already a few people waiting. Some were standing, others were sitting on the bench. I looked at the schedule to see when the next bus was coming. It said the bus would arrive in 7 minutes. While I waited, I checked my messages and watched the cars on the road. A woman next to me looked kind, so I asked her, "Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center?" She smiled and said, "Yes, it does." I felt happy and ready to go. Soon, the bus arrived. The doors opened with a beep, and people began to get on. When it was my turn, I stepped inside and said hello to the driver. I asked, "How much is a ticket, please?" The driver answered, 10 dirhams. I gave him a coin and he gave me a paper ticket. I thanked him and walked toward the back of the bus to find a seat. I sat next to the window because I love looking outside while the bus moves. As the bus started driving, I looked out the window and saw many places, small shops, schools, trees, and people walking. The bus stopped often. Some people got on and some people got off. I listened to the sounds inside the bus. I heard music coming from someone's headphones. I heard a child laughing. I heard someone say, "Excuse me, is this the stop for the market?" And the driver answered, "Not yet." 2 more stops. The bus had a screen at the front. It showed the names of the next stops, which was really helpful. After about 15 minutes, I saw the sign for the city center. I pressed the red button to stop the bus. It made a soft ding sound. The driver slowed down and stopped near the sidewalk. I stood up, walked to the door, and said, "Thank you," to the driver as I got off. The bus drove away, and I smiled. I was happy to arrive safely. Public transport may not be fast all the time, but it is cheap, easy, and good for the environment. Later that week, I took a taxi to visit my cousin. It was late in the evening, and I didn't want to wait for the bus. I saw a taxi parked near my street. I walked over and said, "Hello, can you take me to Jasmine Street, please?" The driver said, "Of course, get in." I sat in the back seat, and the car started moving. The driver asked me, "Is this your first time in this area?" I said, "No, I visit my cousin here often." The ride was smooth, and the driver was polite. When we arrived, the meter showed 25 dirhams. I paid him in cash, said thank you, and wished him a nice evening. I like using public transport for many reasons. First, it saves money. I don't have to buy gas or pay for parking. Second, it helps the planet. Fewer cars mean less pollution. And third, it gives me time to relax. On the bus, I can listen to music, think, or even talk to new people. I always learn something when I ride. It's also a great place to practice English, reading signs, asking questions, and understanding announcements. Now, let's review some of the words from today's episode. Repeat after me, slowly and clearly. Bus stop, driver, ticket, cash, fare. Where does this bus go? How much is a ticket? Stop button. city center, schedule, public transport, taxi. Can you take me to? Great job. You're doing amazing. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's story and learned some useful English for your next trip on public transport. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends. See you in the next one. And keep learning English step by step. Thank you and bye-bye.